Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Shannon from Lash Universe, and today I wanted to show you a couple of different ways that you can clean your eyelash extensions so you can care for them properly and keep them lasting longer. So every lash appointment that you have with Lash Universe, we always start by giving you a complimentary lash bath, and the way that we do that is we mix 1 part baby shampoo with 3 parts water to create a diluted baby shampoo in a foaming dispenser so that we get the best bath for your lashes. So to do that, you would just get some baby shampoo, a foam dispensing bottle, and a eyeshadow brush like this. I really like this one because it is only $1 and it's really obviously inexpensive and really easy and safe to use on your lash extensions because it's very gentle. So you'll take your bottle and you will take a little bit of the baby shampoo, so just about that much, and then you'll fill the rest up with water, and then you'll put the cap back on. And then to mix it up, you'll just shake it really, really well. And these bottles will usually come with a cap like this. I like to fill the cap up with water, and I like mine pretty warm. Not super hot that it's scalding, but not so cold that it's going to shock you. So just lukewarm room temperature. And then you will want some cotton pads. And my favorite are the flat ones. They look like this. There's no quilted pattern on them or anything, and they are cinched at the ends so that there's no chance for fraying to get any of the cotton lint stuck in your lash extensions. So I will take my foam and a cotton round, and I will just place it lightly underneath the eye to catch any of the dripping so it doesn't leave any residue on the rest of my face. I will squirt a little bit, super flattering, and I will use this to get rid of any of my eyeshadow, and then I will just brush that down onto the lashes. But you also want to make sure that you are brushing in a downward motion and you're not swiping from left to right, because that can cause your lash extensions to get tangled and create kind of a mess. So you want to be gentle with them and just go in the direction that your lashes normally grow. And I will swipe on the actual lid, but not on the lash extensions themselves. And then any leftover suds I will clean up with the cotton pad. And then I will do just a little bit more. So just a little bit on the brush like that. And then this just really ensures that anything stuck in that lash line right at the base of the lashes, any makeup or anything like that, is getting off. And then I will also come underneath and get any makeup from my lower lash line as well, so that when I blink it doesn't get stuck in the upper lash line where the extensions are. And you can use the flat cotton pads like I showed you. You can use a paper towel or even a facial tissue like a Kleenex. I would not recommend using toilet paper just because that can create lint and it will get stuck in the lash extensions, and it's really hard to get that out as well. So anything you're using on the eye, you want to make sure it doesn't have really any chance to create fallout or lint or anything like that that can get stuck, because the point right here is to clean the lashes and not get stuff stuck in them. So then once I'm happy and pretty sure that everything is nice and sudsed up, I will take another cotton round and I'll just wipe all that excess away, and then just lightly patting in downward motions on the lashes. And then I'll rinse the brush just under some running water, and then I will go into the cup of water that I have, just lightly dip it in there, and then with my other cotton round, I'll hold it here, then I will just lightly press the brush against my skin to release all that water that is saturated in the bristle hairs. And and this will rinse the lashes. So rinsing is just as important as washing because you want to make sure you get all of that soap and suds out of there and you're not leaving any residue to build up in the lash extensions. And you will just mimic the same movements you were doing with the soap, just with the water. And then I will take the cotton round and very, very gently sandwich the extensions in the cotton round to help dry them. And then you can just use your spoolie. We always send you home with a covered spoolie so that it doesn't get anything stuck in it, doesn't get any buildup, so that every single time you go to brush your lashes, you have a clean wand to do it with. And then you can just lightly brush them out because you can see when we got them wet, they like to stick together and clump together like spider legs. And if you leave them that way, they will dry that way. So you want to make sure that they dry nice and separated. And then once you're happy with how they look, you can move on to the rest of your skincare routine. If this whole step with using baby shampoo and getting a foam dispensing bottle and all that stuff is too much to do, another good alternative is to get some micellar water. So I really like the pink one by Garnier just because the pink one is safe for all different skin types. It's good for oily, combination, normal, dry, and problematic skin. The way it works is the micellar water acts as a magnet and it draws any impurities to it. So it comes in the water form as well as in a foaming form. So I like both of these, both are great. The water is really good for getting makeup off with, but it's not super great for actually cleansing your lashes with, which is where the foaming one comes in because it does the work of both of those. So it will remove your makeup as well as cleansing the lashes. So you would just do almost the same steps as we did with the baby shampoo. You would just do it with this, and this is only like $5 from your local drugstore too. So making sure that my hands are clean, I will squirt a little bit, like one pump onto my hand, and then I will take a brush and I will make sure that it is nice and saturated with water, and then I will just start working that water into the mixture on my hand. And then once I get my brush nice and sudsed up with that, I will just mimic the same steps I did on the other eye with the baby shampoo. And so now I'm reaching for a different cotton pad. Excuse me, my eyes closed. This one is quilted on one side, I just washed the brush off on this side, and then flat on one side. So I don't like the quilted side, but I do like the flat side. So I'll use this and just, again, wipe away the suds. And so you can see, just leaving them wet, how they are clumping up and getting spiky. It's not a cute look. Granted, I also need a fill done, so they're looking kind of sparse already. And so then when they get spiky like that, that just looks like I have like 4 eyelashes. So not a cute look. So then again, just rinsing my brush off under some running water and going back and dipping it into some clean water. And I am just going to, again, rinse. Just in the same motions I did, just lightly pressing the brush to my skin to release all the water. And then brushing that water through the lashes so that there's no leftover residue staying in there. And then again, I will just sandwich the lashes. Very gently. I'm not pulling, I'm not tugging, I'm just keeping them in place where they are and just lightly drying them with the cotton pad. And then feel free to rinse and wash as much as you need to, but then once you feel like you're done, you'll take your spoolie again and you will just lightly brush through. And then once they're brushed, because we already sandwiched them dry, they should be close to dry. And then anything that is still left on the lashes after you brush them, it won't take long to dry after that because you already brushed through them. But if you want to be extra, you can use a fan. This is only like $10 on Amazon. And this will just speed up the drying time. And I always like to brush down and comb downwards from on top of the lashes, and then I will go up from underneath, and if I need to, brush them up as if I were applying mascara until I'm happy with how they look. And that's it. And from here you can go about the rest of your skincare routine. You can even use the foaming cleanser or just the regular water to remove all the rest of your makeup and do everything else after that you normally would. Also wanted to remind you guys that while you are in the process of actively cleansing your lashes, don't be super concerned if you get a little fallout here and there. It is very, very common and to be expected to lose a couple lashes on each eye each day. And while you are cleansing your lashes, that does not cause any to fall out that are not already to fall out. So our lashes go through 3 different growing stages. The first one is anagen, that is your baby stage. The second one is catagen, which is your teenage stage, and then the final one is telogen, which is your adult stage. So when our lashes are done through each different stage, and when it gets to the final adult stage, it is ready to fall out and shed and make room for a new healthy baby lash to come in and take its place. So lashes that are coming out, if you were caring for them properly, are only lashes that are ready to come out to make room for the new ones, which we replace at your fill appointment. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this video helped. I hope it was very informative. If you guys do have any questions, still feel free to leave a comment down below or just send us a message on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @Shannon_LashUniverse. Our Lash Universe regular Instagram page is just @LashUniverse. And our website is www.lashuniverse.com. So let us know if you have any questions. Give this video a thumbs up and let us know how this whole process worked for you. And we will see you guys at your next fill appointment. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.